Okay, hi everyone. How are you? I hope that you're all well. Thanks for coming over to Warren's Team Talk and coming to join me to review match day 7 of the FA Premier League. These games are taking place this weekend, and what I'm going to do with you all today is I'm just going to go through the matches and give you my predictions for what I think the scores will be, and have a chat about it if you want to do that. It'll be absolutely fantastic to hear your views about it and hear what who you think's going to win, and we'll take it from there and see what happens. So, also before we get started, I just want to pass on my condolences and all those sorts of things to the family and friends of Roger Hunt, great Liverpool legend, sadly passed away the other day, and I'm sure that he'll be sorely missed. And I don't ever remember seeing him play, but I saw the thing on YouTube the other day or somewhere that he said he didn't need to be knighted by the Queen of England because he got knighted by the cops. So fair play to him. Really famous and great Liverpool legend. So fair play to him. Anyway, we've got a chat come in, and it's James Dunlop. Hi, James. How are you? And he says, hi, Warren. I hope you're well. Yeah, I'm okay, mate. Thanks very much. I hope you're okay and doing well. It's a bit chilly down here today, down in Kent, but I don't know what it's like where you are. But yeah, it's not great here in terms of the weather, but never mind. We track on. James has come with another chat saying, rest in peace, Roger Hunt, and condolences to families and friends. Yeah, absolutely, mate. That's what I was just saying. I was just saying about that. And yeah, I want to pass on my condolences and everything to his family and friends, and may he rest in peace. God bless him. So anyway, let's get on with it. And for all of those of you that are watching this on playback, thank you very much for coming to watch my video. And if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe, and also please remember to hit the like button, and also make sure that you share the video around with anyone you think might be interested. That would be really, really great. So thanks for that. Anyway, so let's get on with it. James has sent another chat. He says he's been pissing it down on Merseyside, but I'm good, thanks. Oh dear, never mind, mate. Hopefully the weather will improve over the next couple of days, and yeah, hopefully it's just a temporary blip, as they say. But I'm glad to hear that you're all right, mate, and it's nice to see you in here as always. I really do appreciate it, so thanks a lot, mate. Anyway, so let's have a look at let's see what's happening this weekend with the football and the Premier League. So these are the games this weekend. And what the hell's going on here? Right, yeah. So we've got Manchester United against Everton at Old Trafford. Now, fresh after their exploits last night in the Champions League, Manchester United are entertaining Everton, your teams, James, Old Trafford. Now, I saw the highlights of that game last night from Manchester United's game at Old Trafford, and I think they got away with one, to be quite frank. I think on another day, Villarreal could have ended up getting 3 or 4. I don't know what you thought about it, but I thought they were really, really fortunate. And given their other recent results, where they lost to Young Boys, and then they lost in the League Cup as well, and then that game last weekend in the Premier League when they lost at home to Aston Villa amid all those antics from Emi Martinez, Arsenal's number one goalkeeper, in my opinion. Though he's not here anymore, it still pains me every time I see him playing for Aston Villa. It really does. There's no way on earth that he should have been sold. If they wanted to sell one, I don't know why they just didn't sell Leno. I mean, it's clear to everyone can see that Martinez was the better goalkeeper, but still, it's no point crying over spilt milk, as they say, I guess. But anyway, so James has come in with a chat and he's saying Manchester United 2, Everton 1. I'd happily take a point on Saturday, but I think United will just edge it. They got away with one last night in the UEFA Champions League. Yeah, they did, mate. And I think you've got enough to get at least a point up there on at the weekend, and I think you will. And I think United will be smarting. But the thing is with Ollie, I don't know if everyone else has noticed this, but when he's like up against it, he always pulls it out the bag. He always pulls out a performance from his team. He always manages to get away with it and manages to get the team to pull out a performance when he needs it. And same as Mikel Arteta. Arteta's like proving to be the same as well. Whenever their backs are up against the wall, they suddenly perform. And then it'd be all right for a little while, and then it all go tits up again. And then when the pressure mounts up again, then it happens again. So, yeah, I think Everton will get a draw. If it wasn't for the fact that I think that if United don't get something out of this game at the weekend, I think he could be looking at a visit to the local job centre. I think Everton would possibly win it. But there you go. I think that certainly Everton have got enough in the tank at the moment to go there and win. But I think given what's going on and Ollie's propensity to get himself out of difficult situations, I think they'll get a point. And it's like yeah, I was going to say something about McCafferty's cat, but I think I'll leave that alone. And then the next game, Burnley against Norwich, and that is a massive, massive game for both clubs. I think it's a real 6-pointer, this one. And to be honest, I think Norwich, if they perform really well, like I saw them perform on the first day of the season and for large spells of the match when they played at the Emirates Stadium against Arsenal, I think they could win. But I don't think they will. I think Burnley will unsettle them, and their physical approach will get them the 3 points. I think Burnley will win this game by 2-1. So that's what I think will happen. Burnley played quite well at the weekend in that game when they drew 2-2. This game might see them carry that on, but Norwich really need to start getting some points on the board, really do, because I think they're in dire trouble. And James has come in with another chat saying, still without Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison, and we have to cope without them, but I'm trusting Rafa Benitez. Yeah, mate, and I think, like I've said to you before, I think he's a top-quality coach, and he knows what he's doing, and he's got a proven track record. So if I was an Everton fan, I wouldn't be worried about having him in control at all. In fact, I'd love to have him at Arsenal. I really would. It'd certainly be a lot better than that clown we've got there at the moment. James has come in with another chat saying he thinks Burnley 1, Norwich 0. Last on match of the day, Chelsea 3, Southampton 1. Yeah, I think you're right. I've gone Chelsea to beat Southampton 3-1 as well. Chelsea have had a couple of bad results, and I think they'll steer their ship into steadier waters, as they say, and win the game quite comfortably. But Southampton, they're another one who seems to be in quite a bit of trouble, and I don't think that they're going to turn it round this weekend. That's sure. Not at Stamford Bridge. I might be wrong. We might get a crazy result. There's been a few of them recently in the Premier League, but I can't see it, to be honest. And then the next game, Leeds against Watford. That's quite an interesting one, really, because Leeds seem to have been struggling quite a bit. And I've heard people saying that they think that they're struggling from second season syndrome. And I've said it as well. I've said it on here a couple of times that I'm wondering whether they're suffering from the second season syndrome. And I think they possibly are. But Watford, they've had a few mixed results and what have you. And I think this game's going to end up being a draw. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw. But yeah, Leeds don't seem to be the fools that they were last season. But who knows? You never really know. They might just suddenly start performing. Or as Mikel Arteta likes to say, they might suddenly just bang and everything will start moving forward. Wolves v Newcastle. That's another really interesting one. But I think Wolves have been struggling as well. There's quite a lot of sides that have been struggling to get consistent run of form together. And but they struggled at the end of last season, and they looked like they were struggling at the beginning of this one as well. But Newcastle, I don't know what to make of them, but I think they're going to win this game at Wolves by 2-1. And I think Joe Willock, if he gets played, might get himself on the score sheet, but we'll see. And James has come in with the chat saying Leeds 2, Watford 0, and Wolves 1, Newcastle 0. Leeds are due a win, but it's a must-win for them. It is, mate. I think you're absolutely right. It is a must-win. Although I have to say, I don't think they're going to get it. I think that, I think the Leeds game will be a draw, and I think Newcastle are going to turn Wolves over. But having said that, Newcastle, they're not great, especially under Steve Bruce. And I think the supporters are they've been fed up with it for a long time, haven't they? But I think things will improve at Newcastle once they get a new owner, if that ever happens. So I thought it was going to happen, like when those sheikhs came in trying to buy the club, but that never happened. So I don't know what Mike Ashley's playing at, whether he's interested in selling the club or what he's doing. So I don't know, mate. I really don't. But I think Newcastle will win at the weekend. Anyway, oops. So the next fixtures, right, starts off Brighton against Arsenal. Now, that will be a much tougher, for me, in my opinion. I think the Brighton game, Brighton against Arsenal, I think it's going to be a much tougher game for Arsenal than the Spurs game was. But I want to see Arsenal go into that game and put in the same sort of performance as they did against Spurs. Go out and play with the same amount of passion and tenacity and aggressiveness like they did against Tottenham. Because I think they're going to need it. Because I think Brighton are playing really well at the moment, and they're on the verge of the Champions League spots at the moment. Not that I think that they'll stay in those positions, but you never know. They might just have a really good year. But I can't see them staying up there. But I think the game will be a 1-1 draw. Yeah, it'll be interesting. And James has come in with a chat saying Brighton 1, Arsenal 1. Tough game for both sides. Yeah, it will be. But it all depends from Arsenal's perspective whether they can get themselves they can put in a performance like they did against Spurs. If they don't, I think they'll lose it. I think Brighton will be able to turn them over. If they go into the game and put in the same sort of performance like they did at Brentford, then I think Arsenal will lose. Whereas if they go into the game and put in the same sort of performance that they did against Tottenham, particularly in the first half, then I think that they're capable of getting a draw. I mean, for me, the thing is that Arsenal-Spurs game, I thought Arsenal faded a bit in the second half, and they were crying out for substitutions, which didn't come until too late in the game, because if they had made substitutions earlier in the game, I think they could have put 5 or 6 past Tottenham, but there you go. What do I know? And then James has come out and said, what are your thoughts on Xhaka being out for 3 months? I'm happy that he's not going to be in the team, but I obviously don't want to see him I don't want to see the lad getting injured, because I wouldn't wish that on anyone. And it looks like it could be quite a long-term layoff. And the thing is with Arsenal, whenever they get players go out on long-term injuries, it always starts off as like, oh, it's a couple of weeks or 6 weeks or a couple of months, and then it goes 4 months, and then it goes up and it keeps going up. And so it might end up being longer than 3 months, to be honest. But we'll see. But it certainly gives other people in the squad a good opportunity. Now, whether I've got some good news for you, James. Well, it depends whether you want him or not. But I've got a feeling that, and I've got reasons for saying this, I think that Ainsley Maitland-Niles will be booted out of the club, out of Arsenal in January. I think, well, it all depends if they can get a replacement for him, because I think we're quite light in the midfield areas now. Not only say that because of numbers. If I can get another midfield player in the January transfer window, I would not be at all surprised to see Ainsley leave the club. And I know that Everton are interested in Ainsley. And I know for a fact, all right, that he doesn't get on with Mikel Arteta. There's a big problem between the two of them. And yeah, I guess just for me, though, it's just another example about Arteta's piss poor man management. So yeah, that's my feelings about it, and I know that's true. I've got it on good authority. I'm not saying that I'm in the know or anything like that, but I just know that the two of them don't get on. James says, I wouldn't mind Ainsley Maitland-Niles. He can cover it right back in midfield. He's also quick, so I wouldn't mind him. I agree with you. I really don't want him to go, because I want to see if he gets an extended run in the team, what he can do. Because I think he's better than Xhaka. Absolutely no question of it. I think he'd do a much better job than Xhaka. I think he'd be a lot more energetic. He wouldn't make the same mistakes. He's quicker. He wouldn't get caught in possession. He wouldn't keep getting sent off and doing stupid things. So, yeah, I'd much rather have him. And I agree on your assessment. He's also very flexible and he can play in a number of different positions. Now, the next one, Crystal Palace against Leicester. I think Palace will win this game by 2-1. I think they've been performing quite well under Patrick Vieira, and Leicester seem to be a bit up and down at the moment with Brendan Rodgers. I don't really understand why that is. And it culminated at the weekend with him getting booed when he made a substitution in their game last weekend. So, yeah, I think Palace will, and particularly because it's at Selhurst Park, I think Palace will definitely win this game. So, yeah, it should be interesting. James has come in and said, Crystal Palace 1, Leicester 2, Tottenham 0, Aston Villa 1. Tottenham are a complete mess. Nuno won't last the season, and it's not all his fault. Yeah, mate. Tottenham are a mess, and yeah, I'm not sure about Leicester winning at Palace though. But I can see why you're saying it. But yeah, I've been quite impressed with Palace ever since they thumped Tottenham 3-0. But they got some good players there. But yeah, and in this business at Tottenham, I just think the business with Harry Kane is causing a massive problem for them. And I think it's a big mistake to keep a player at a club when he doesn't want to be there. That's my opinion about it. I just think it's madness. It's just not worth it. They could become disinterested. They could cause a problem around the dressing room. And yeah, I would have sold him. I don't know quite all the ins and outs of what happened in the summer transfer window with the business with Manchester City, but I think they should have let him go. Because clearly it looks to me like he's not that bothered about being there. And no, I think Nuno, the team that team at Tottenham, it's not up to scratch. It's not, and it's going to take a lot of sorting out. So yeah, and I think you're right. I don't think he'll last the season, and I don't think it's necessarily all his fault. So and the Spurs fans aren't really taking to him because they see him as being negative, and they don't like his tactics and so on and so forth. But that's their problem. I've got enough to worry about with my club. I'm worrying about what they're up to. But yeah. So the next game, I put that Tottenham would lose that game 2-0 at home to Aston Villa. After what I saw at the Emirates at the weekend, I thought they were really poor, especially in the first half. They were shocking. Next game, West Ham against Brentford. I think that would be a fantastic game. A really tight contest and really hard-fought game. But I think West Ham will win the game by 2-1. I wouldn't mind betting that the two strikers, West Ham's one and Brentford's one, both score in this game. But I think West Ham will come out on top just because of the fact it's home advantage for them. And James has said West Ham 2, Brentford 2. Liverpool 2, Manchester City 2. Liverpool need to be solid at the back, but I wouldn't be shocked if they do beat City now that fans are back. Yeah, Liverpool, one of these clubs that feed off their supporters being inside the stadiums, aren't they? I mean, they really enjoy having their supporters in the ground, and it really spurs them on and what have you. So, yeah, I could see why you think that it'll be a 2-2 draw. I've just gone for the fact that Liverpool win the game by 2-1, just because Man City seem to have a problem scoring goals, except for when they're playing really weak sides like Arsenal and Norwich, when they put 10 past us two. So, yeah, I mean, this false nine business, I'm not a big fan of it at all, as you can probably tell. So, yeah, I think Liverpool just edge it. And I think they'll win by 2-1. And then West Ham Brentford will be worth watching as well. I think so, mate. It certainly will. It'll be an exciting game and really fiercely contested match. So I'm looking forward to that. There's a few games there that I'm looking forward to seeing, to be honest. And then spoken word poetry, Jamie Hills coming with the chat saying bonjour. Bonjour, Jamie. Hope you're well, mate. How you doing? I hope you're good. And James has come in with the chat saying City look very toothless, and that's the reason why they won't win the league this season. That's what I think as well. And if they get, it's still not too long for them. It's still not too late for them to sort this out. I think they could get away with it until January if they start playing Jesus as a number 9, because I think he's good. I do. I rate him. But they don't seem to want to do that. They want to sort of play this false 9 system, and I just don't get it. I can't remember one game where I've seen it work, except for when they played against us, obviously. But yeah, so. And spoken word poetry, Jamie Hills saying he thinks that Arsenal will win by 2-1. I hope so, Jamie. I really do. But if we want to win that game by 2-1, we need to put in the same sort of performance like we did against Spurs in the first half. For the whole match is so important. If they play like they had done against Burnley and Norwich and some of the other games this season, and like that against Brighton, I think we could be struggling. So let's see what happens. James says hello to Jamie. And then Jamie's put Palace 1, Leicester 1. Tottenham 1, Villa 3. Yeah, I agree with that, definitely. And West Ham 1, Brentford 2. And Liverpool 2, Manchester City 3. That's an interesting one, yeah. I've gone for Liverpool to win the game by 2-1, just because I'm not a fan of this false 9 thing. But yeah, that'd be interesting. And he says, Jamie says, I'm fine, and yes. And he says, I'm good, thank you. Jamie, you put a few predictions in. Do you want me to enter you in my prediction quiz? Right? Every week we predict all the results from the Premier League games from the upcoming weekend. You've given me a few already. If you want to throw the rest of the real predictions in for the other games, I'll just show you the other games that are there. If you want to do that, you can, or if you want, you can email them to me. The email address for the Warren's Team Talk is in the description for the video, but it's Warren's Team Talk at outlook.com. Let me just put that in the chat. Look.com. So anyone who's watching this, who wants to enter the prediction competition that I've got running for the FA Premier League matches, all you have to do is you need to get your predictions for all the Premier League games that are upcoming this weekend by 5 o'clock on the day before the matches start, which this weekend I think is Saturday. You can do it by emailing them to me or putting them in a live chat when I'm doing a live stream. Or you can fill in the form that's on the Warren's Team Talk Facebook page, and then send that to me by email, whatever way you want to do it. As long as I get the predictions, I don't really mind. But it's up to you. If you want to get involved, you can. James is involved with it. I'm involved in it. A mate of mine who's a Norwich fan, he's involved in it. It's just a bit of fun, really. But it's great. It's good. We enjoy it. And James is saying he's good to Jamie. And then Jamie Hill said, yeah, please. Of course, mate. No problem. You're more than welcome. So, yeah, if you think about what you want to do, if you want to give them to me now, I'll show you the rest of the games. Hold on a sec. Let me pull them up. So there you go. You've got Manchester United against Everton, Burnley against Norwich, Chelsea against Southampton, Leeds against Watford, and Wolves against Newcastle. And then also all the fixtures for this weekend, like I say, are on the Warren's Team Talk Facebook page. The link for that is in the description for this video. And also, I'm going to put all the fixtures for this weekend in the description for the video. And also, you can then email me your predictions if you want to the Warren's Team Talk email address, which is here in the chat. Let me just put that up. So there you go. There it is. And if you... Oh, it's right. I put it in wrong. Hold on a sec. Let me put that right. I nearly timed myself. I nearly timed myself out. So the email address is Warren's Team Talk at Outlook.com. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so that's the proper address, not the first one that you saw. So you can email them there if you want, or you can just you can put them in this chat. It's up to you, or you can leave them in a comment later. If you want to put them in later, you can put them in the comment section of the video as well. That's fine. As long as I get them by 5 o'clock. Because it's Thursday today, isn't it? Yeah, if I get them by 5 o'clock tomorrow, that's perfect. Absolutely bang on. And then James has come in and said, England's squad has been announced. Ramsdale and Saka are in it for Arsenal. Pickford is the only one from Everton. Mate, I'm buzzing that Ramsdale's in the England squad. I really am. James Dunlop's also said, no shock Harry Kane is in the squad because he's the captain. Well, yeah, it'd be a bit mad if he wasn't. But I'll be interested to see how he performs for England when he goes on international duty. But I have to say, I'm really impressed with that young lad Ramsdale. I think he's been absolutely superb. And what I like about him is that he like shouts and screams and organises the whole of the defence. And the thing that summed it up for me was when he started having a go at Thomas Partey in that Tottenham game. And every goalkeeper I've ever liked has always done that. And that's why I'm thing that I really don't like about Burnley. To me, he's too quiet. And I remember when I was a kid, one of the first goalkeepers I remember seeing at Arsenal was Jimmy Rimmer. And he used to like always be shouting and stuff. So probably that's got something to do with it because I was quite young when I remember seeing him play for Arsenal. James, if you speak to your dad, I'm sure he probably remembers Jimmy Rimmer. Played for Aston Villa as well, and played in the European Cup final match when they played Bayern Munich, and he got injured like really early on in the game, and then had to be carried off, and he got placed by Nigel Spinks, who went on and played an absolute blinder for Everton, for Aston Villa. So, James says, I know some of your fans were underwhelmed with the signing of Ramsdale, like some of our fans with Andros Townsend, but both of them have performed well. They have, and I saw Andros the game at the weekend. I thought he did really well for you lot, and he's been playing well since he came to Everton. So the thing is with Andros is that he's playing under a good coach. So that always helps. Yeah, so no, I'm really pleased for them. And the thing is, both of them have come to big clubs, and clubs with big tradition and big histories, and they must feel immensely proud. And I know for a fact that Aaron Ramsdale was really proud to come and play for Arsenal. He turned up apparently at Arsenal with his granddad's ashes when he signed for the club, and I thought that was really nice of him, a really nice thing. It just shows you how much it meant to him, really. And then James said, is Leno rumoured to leave, by the way? Ramsdale's your number one now. Leno shouldn't get it back. I don't think he should get it back either, and it pissed me off, to be quite frank, that he got it back the last time when he came straight back in the team at the start of the season after he got replaced by Martinez, because I don't think he'd done anything to justify it. And I agreed with Martinez that what he did and asked for the move, Yeah, there is rumours about Leno leaving. Apparently there's rumours that he might be going to Milan. So if he wants to go to Milan, then let him. But we need to get a number two. So maybe we'll come to Everton and speak to you about Pickford. Only joking. But there you go. So yeah, that's the weekend's fixtures. Yeah, so there's some good fixtures coming up there. I'm looking forward to it, to be quite honest. And yeah, so this is how the game works. You get points for every for the predictions you make, depending on the accuracy of your predictions. There's information on the Warren's Team Talk Facebook page showing how that all works and stuff. So make sure you go and check that out if you're interested. The link for the Warren's Team Talk Facebook page is in the description for this video. And then this is a list of all the fixtures for this upcoming weekend First game, as I said, is on Saturday at 12:30, which is Man United and Everton. And then the last game is on Sunday at 4:30, which is the Liverpool-Manchester City game. So there you go. And then James has come in with another chat saying, laugh at loud, Warren. You can take Karius off Liverpool instead. He's still there. Yeah, I think I'll let Karius stay at Liverpool, to be quite frank. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Arsenal are going to do. They certainly need a number 2 if Leno leaves, that's for sure, because that Runnison, he's not up to it, mate. He really isn't. I don't understand why they let the guy from Brighton leave. I would have signed him. I thought he was a fairly competent, decent goalkeeper. But I'm happy. I have to say that I am happy with with Ramsdale. I think he's looking a really decent keeper, but the fact of the matter is, though, we haven't really played anyone of any note yet. Let's see how he performs if we play against a real top quality side when his goal gets peppered, and how he stands up to that. But it's looking impressive at the moment, I have to say. So anyway, these are some other YouTube channels that I want to bring to everyone's attention. There's the Old School Gunner YouTube channel. Excellent channel, excellent Arsenal content. Really good guy, and really interesting videos that he puts out, and a really, really great Arsenal fan. Long-term Arsenal supporter. I've been supporting the clubs, I think, since 1992, I believe. And then there's the 3 Pointers TV YouTube channel. Again, this is an Arsenal-based channel, and there's 3 guys who run this channel, and they're all big Arsenal fans. And again, they put out some really good content. They do watch-alongs and all sorts of different things relating to Arsenal. And then Arsenal Alex, he's got a really good channel and does really good stuff on his channel. And he's really good. He's doing a really good job, and his channel's doing really well, and he's got a really nice presentation style. Well, I like it anyway. And then lastly but not least, the one and only Claude and the Bansters channel, which is my favourite of all of these. And they again do a lot of Arsenal content, and sometimes as well they do watch-alongs for MMA and a few other sports and whatnot as well. And the 2 guys who present it are really entertaining and really funny guys. But when they're on together, invariably it'll end up in a massive tear-up, because you got one, Diesel, who doesn't rate Arteta at all. And then you got the other one, Terry, who thinks that Arteta is the best manager in world football. So the 2 of them go at each other like cat and dog. It's absolutely hilarious. So well worth watch. Feel free to go and give them a watch and subscribe to them and put a like on their videos. All the links to their channels are in the description of this video. So, yeah, well worth a watch, definitely. James put in another chat in saying, if you want a laugh, grab some popcorn and a beer, tune in to Claude and the Bansters. Absolutely. I couldn't have put it better myself, mate. That sums it up perfectly, because the 2 of them, when they start going at each other, it's absolutely hilarious. And some of the stuff that particular that Terry comes out with, it's a bit, you're sitting there thinking, is this guy for real? And my 12-year-old daughter was watching one of their streams with me once, and she said, Daddy, who is this man? And she was talking about Terry. What's the matter with him? She thought there was something wrong with him. The stuff that he was coming out with. But yeah. And then he says, I can't wait till they get Glenn back on a stream. But he'll have something to say. Yeah, Glenn is really cool because he tries to be like a balance between the two of them. And that works quite well. But poor Glenn, I think he's starting to have enough of Terry and his nonsense. So let's see what happens. But yeah, it'd be pretty cool to have him on. And I like it when Kenny Ken comes on as well, and some of the other people they have on. It's great. It's a really, really good channel. All right. So yeah, that's it really, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to call it a day for now. But I hope you, all of those who have watched, I'd like to thank you very much for watching. I also want to thank everyone who subscribed to my channel. I also want to thank everyone who's watched any of my videos and put a like on my videos and pass my content around. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, it's been a real pleasure to do it for you all, and I hope you've enjoyed it. We've got another. James has put, if his missus allows him on though. Yeah, James is talking about Glenn on the Claude and the Badsters channel. Yeah, she's an interesting one, isn't she? Because I think she's from what he says about her and whatnot, I think she's a bit scary. I think that's the best way to describe it. So yeah, it'd be good luck to have him on though, because he's cool and he does some amazing videos. I don't know if you've seen any of the videos that he does, but they're absolutely superb. Anyway, cheers, Warren. See you soon, mate. Yeah, and the same to you, buddy. I hope the weather improves for you up there, and I hope that you have a great day. And I look forward to speaking to you again soon, buddy. Take care, and thanks everyone else for watching. Thanks very much for coming and checking me out. And don't forget to put a like on the video. Please don't forget to share the video. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate it. And it will really help me to grow my channel. Thanks a lot, guys. And have a really, really great day. And take care. And be good. And make sure, as I always say, make sure you spread some love and happiness around the world. And remember to keep talking, yeah? Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.